Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle, and Phil. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com. At Stella at 5 Points, living isn't just about having an apartment, it's about living artfully. Imagine waking up with the upscale feel of Atlanta or Nashville right here in the heart of Huntsville. Modern, stylish apartments, open layouts, stainless steel appliances, and resort-inspired amenities. Nestled in vibrant 5 Points, you'll enjoy walkability, parks, dining, and quick access to downtown without the chaos. Stella at 5 Points. Live artfully. Live Stella.
In the market for a new or used car? Look no further than Hyundai of Decatur. With a large inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Hyundai models, Greenway Hyundai of Decatur is here to service all of your Hyundai needs. Come visit our exceptional service department as well. With state-of-the-art facilities and a caring team of automotive professionals waiting to service your vehicle, make Hyundai of Decatur your #1 choice for all your automotive needs. Give them a call today at 256-274-0279 or visit them online at greenwayhyundaiofdecatur.com.
From heirloom diamonds to contemporary jewels, Loring & Company is the place to find something truly special. Whether shopping for a diamond ring for that once-in-a-lifetime occasion or marking a milestone birthday or personal achievement with a Rolex watch, you'll find just the thing in our edit of the world's most sought-after brands, including David Yurman, Roberto Coin, Marco Bicego, and Fopay. Expect a treasure trove of the world's most unique, even breathtaking earrings, rings, necklaces, and bracelets, making choosing just one piece a challenge in itself. Loring & Company Jewelers on Airport Road.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at the service department at Woody Anderson Ford. When you need service on your vehicle, whether it's a Ford or any other make, you want to get into Woody Anderson Ford where their expert service technicians will get it diagnosed and repaired right away, the right way. And while you are there, check out all the new and pre-owned vehicles at Woody Anderson as well. They are ready to make you the best deal possible. Visit Woody Anderson Ford today.
Woody Anderson Ford on Jordan Lane in Huntsville, Hughes Road in Madison, and online at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Alabama knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
No Wi-Fi?
How are we going to stream the game?
Mom, I have a research project due.
How are we going to make dinner?
Don't let power outages send your family into a meltdown. Get a Generac generator from Current Electrical. We keep your lights on and your Wi-Fi on. Visit gensuperstore.com or call 256-880-1880. Trust us, your family will thank you.
Most current way to keep your power on. GeneracSuperstore.com.
Scott Tyson here with your 97.7 ESPN The Zone Sports Minute. There was quarterfinal high school playoff football last night. Scottsboro moves into the 5A semifinals with a 16-14 win over Fairview, and Class 4A Plainview into the semifinals for the first time since 1999 with a 28-7 win over Good Hope. Thursday night NFL action, the Houston Texans defense sacks Buffalo's Josh Allen 8 times, forces 3 turnovers as they knock off the Bills 23-19. Saturday SEC football, 10th-ranked Alabama welcomes Eastern Illinois. Kickoff set for 1 p.m. right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Auburn welcomes Mercer for a 1 p.m. kickoff. Deuce Knight set to start for the Tigers at quarterback tomorrow. UAH Chargers back on the hardwood tomorrow. The men welcome Bluefield. Tip-off set for 4 p.m. inside Sportsman Arena. Make sure and download the 97.7 ESPN The Zone app today.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I abuse you.
You're tired.
Well, the lunchtime whistle and the morning's finally done. I'm jumping in my car, I'm gonna have a little fun. The Doghouse Network's on my radio dial. Big Dog's taking care of business for a while. If you're listening to another station I don't understand, but nobody does it like Thom Abraham.
Give us a call, Steve.
He's a northern-bred, southern-fed, slick-talking guy. Listeners in his posse are the Junkyard Dogs. The SEC from Tennessee to calling them hogs. From Gainesville up to Lexington to the Titan Tiger Land, nobody does it like Thom Abraham.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
That can only mean one thing. And it's Football Friday in the Doghouse, and it doesn't get any better than this. Football music all throughout the show. Biggest day of the week during the biggest time of the year. Of course, Friday in the Doghouse means that the highly interactive, often imitated, never duplicated Owen Home Appliance Friday trifecta is on deck for you as well. And I have another scoring special tweak for you this week. More on that in a moment. We'll get that to you as well. And, I'm starting to wonder, who we haven't heard from in a while? One dude that always...
It's the holiest day of the week, the Friday trifecta.
Where's that guy? Where's Paulie and the Cape been for the last couple of weeks? We have not seen anything from Paulie on the Cape in a couple of weeks, I think. I mean, I know it's crash and burn for him with the Dolphins, but Paulie, return to the fold, man. All right, if you want to get in on the action, you might want to jump on the lines right now. A little bit of a busy show, but we'll stick you in here as quickly as we possibly can. Doesn't matter whether you're listening in Huntsville or Nashville or Murfreesboro or Winchester over the air, or if you're listening on an app or online anywhere outside the Tennessee Valley. The phone number is the same for everybody, 256-576-4977. That's what you call, 256-576-4977. Text window is open. We read those on the air, and it's a great way to get into the Friday trifecta. 732-9TA show, 732-982-7469. Every single day. Well, not every single day, but just about every single day, somebody calls the text window. Don't call the text window. Text the text window. Hence the text window. You can check out the video feed of the show as well. That's out there on the various social media sites, the Facebook, the X. If you're looking for it or wondering where you can find it, you can go ahead and just simply go to @ThomAbrahamShow and snag it there. You can get it there. And yes, that is a Baumhauer's hoodie that I am wearing. My good friend Bob Baumhauer. All the time I've spent at that joint. Be there on Tuesday, by the way. All right. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, Peach Bowl president and CEO Gary Stoken will join us via video feed. At least that's the plan. He will be joining us. And look, he's preparing to oversee his final bowl game before he retires, the Peach Bowl, which will be the site of the national semifinal on January 9th this season. And then at the top of the one, Lee Sterling is back from ParamountSports.com to look at some of the games this weekend as well. Friday Trifecta is celebrating 25 years. This year, it's the Owen Home Appliance Friday Trifecta, and we are running this all the way through the Super Bowl. Instead of having it being split in two like it had in years past, this one stays alive till the Super Bowl. And our top handicapper after the Super Bowl will win a complete Gordon Ramsay set of kitchen appliances from Owen Home Appliance. Talking about a new range, a range hood, a fridge, dishwasher, $10,400 value. You pay nothing. You pay nothing. And if you got a new fridge or new kitchen and you don't need a new kitchen, no worries. You can replace this with something else of equal value from Owen Home Appliance. So check that out. And now, of course, to enhance your point total, Mike Owen has created the limited number of T-shirts that have the Tom Abraham Show logo on them, along with the logos of 97.7 ESPN The Zone, ESPN Winchester, Nashville Sports Radio, WNSR. They're all on the T-shirt, along with the Owen Home Appliance logo. And you can snag one of those at the Lacey Springs showroom, just 8 miles south of the river on 231, and get 5 bonus points to add to your score. Even if you're not on the board, some people got on the board by getting their bonus points. And we're going to have a special points bonus for you guys that are outside of a 35-mile or so radius of Owen Home Appliance as well. For those of you that are listening in Tennessee or parts unknown, we'll get you guys in as well. Now, as for the scoring this week, I have 2 college games and 2 NFL games. So this is a 2-4-6 deal. Follow me. Pay attention. This is math. This is a 2-4-6 deal. First, you need to get the 2 college games right. Get the 2 college games right. If you don't get the 2 college games right, you get phenomenal. You get stones. You get nothing. I give you nothing, and you like it. But if you get the 2 college games right, you get 2 points. Then you add 2 additional points for each NFL game you get right. So if you get all 4 picks right, you snag 6 points. If you get the 2 college games right and you get 1 NFL game right, that's 4 points. Doesn't matter which one, 1. If you get just the college games right, you get the 2 points. But if you don't get the college games, nothing. Nada. All right, so here we go. We are going to start with Kentucky.
We tried to recruit bigger, better players to come play for us, but they went to good schools.
They get 9.5 against Vandy.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Josh Heupel and the Tennessee By God Volunteers.
Oh, they're big, long, athletic, violent.
Talking about the Florida Gators, they are 3.5-point favorites at Florida.
It's Tebow time. Let's get going.
On Sunday, the Colts.
Omaha!
They get 3.5 at the Chiefs.
That is awesome.
Chiefs are on life support, man. They win a game. And the Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly!
Minus 3.5 points at the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah! How about them Cowboys?
All right, have at it. Don't forget that West Point grad Joe Ross of Higher Echelon is giving you the opportunity to win tickets to this year's Army-Navy game. Joe is a former Army football captain. Now Higher Echelon puts those principles to work to help businesses throughout the region find success. We have an Army-Navy trivia question for you each day. We got ours in real late yesterday, so we didn't have a chance to get our winner. So we're going to re-rack it for you today. Get the question right, and you're in the drawing for next Wednesday to win tickets to this year's game. I'll let you know when we're going to do that. It's going to be in the second hour, I will tell you that, most likely. Maybe not. Maybe not. So back to that Kentucky-Vandy game. If you're an Alabama fan and you want to see the Tide in Atlanta for the SEC title game, that's the most critical game for you to watch. That's the game that means the most. Even if Florida upends Tennessee, you need Vandy to beat Kentucky. Look, it's complicated. But with potentially 3 7-1 teams, if the chalk holds, Georgia's already 7-1. If Ole Miss beats Mississippi State and Alabama beats Auburn, they're all 7-1. The tiebreaker scenario will go down to the 4th tiebreaker, which is, quote, cumulative conference winning percentage of all conference opponents among the tied teams, close quote. If Kentucky were to knock off Vandy, Georgia would move into that 2-hole. Alabama could fall as far as 4th in the league, even with a win over Auburn. But that would not keep the Tide out of a wild card spot. Of course, lose to Auburn, and that's that. Season's over. Done. Go play in the ReliQuest or the Citrus Bowl. By the way, speaking of the Citrus Bowl, interesting projection that I saw for the Citrus Bowl. How about Texas and Michigan? Oh, that'd be kind of sexy. That'd be worth tuning into. New Year's Day or Eve or whenever they play that now. And I also saw Nebraska and Tennessee in Nashville for the Liberty Mutual Music City Bowl. That wouldn't suck either. Nebraska and Tennessee on the field together. All right, back at Mission Control. Playing the platters that matter to stacks of wax. Answering phones, living large and in charge on a Friday.
I'm the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I'd put this thing together on a spit and polish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
I have a sentimental weakness for my children, and I spoil them, as you can see. They talk when they should listen.
Give me back my son!
I don't like violence, Thom. I'm a businessman.
I'm telling you, there's an embarrassing press conference in that kid's future.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Do you hear the grasshopper, which is at your feet?
Old man, how is it that you hear these things?
Young man, how is it that you do not?
As quickly as you can, snatch the pebble from my hand. When you can take the pebble from my hand, it will be time for you to leave.
Thanks for giving me the heads up about my fantasy team. Half my fantasy team's on a bye this week.
Yeah. Well, I'm
I straightened it out.
I gotta do what I gotta do. All right.
No, I think you did that.
Teams.
I think you did that because you're probably in the running against the guy I'm against, and you don't want me to give him a layup win. Can I still make I'm 3-8. I'm like 9th out of 10. How many teams make the playoffs? 8?
4.
Oh gosh.
You're not eliminated yet, but you're getting close. But I might have some ulterior motives, but I've been telling you guys all season long, got to make sure you get your roster straightened out before these games. All right?
Yeah.
So glad you're actually doing it at this point of the season. Might be a little too late. But yes, you beating John in this game would definitely be big.
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
So it's John now?
You get him 2 times at the end of the season, so have fun with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth it just to beat him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be nice just to take him down, He's
been very cocky this season, especially living with him. He's been very much. He's just always having a great time. Sometimes I just want to see him have an average time over the weekend.
Yeah, I'd like to beat him down a little bit for leaving beers in my refrigerator. That alone would be a good reason to beat him down.
Citrus
just
beers.
To do that. Huh?
Citrus beers.
Besides fruity little girly beers. I mean, what's wrong? What happened? Did he run out of wine coolers?
Yeah, I think so.
Did it drop the brewskis in there? By the way, just as a quick reminder, Mongo at 18, Fritz at 17, Bama Brad at 17, Phil the Blacksmith, Crimson Carl Krakow at 14, LSU Lynch, Kyle at 13, Richard and Madison at 12, Tide Nut, Joe Bodner, Badger Larry, and there's one other. Mel in the Borough and Carrie in Scottsboro, all at 10. But everybody's in it. And we feed, and remember, there's weekly prize. You get all 4 right, you get fed. That's the way that works. All right, let me knock a couple of these out quick. Philip is up first. Philip, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm all right. Is Grasshopper rolling tape? Because I think that I heard you say, that if Alabama loses to Auburn,
they're out.
You will not say that they should still be in the playoffs.
They're out.
Foul them out.
Oh no, they're absolutely out. If Alabama loses to Auburn, they're done. That's it. They've got to be. They got to finish 10-2.
Thom has found a way to claim that Alabama is possibly not worthy in a college football playoff.
No, a 9-3. Yeah, no, 9-3 with 2 losses to unranked teams at 9-3. The funny thing is, for all these people that say that, well, the college football playoff is neutering the regular season, all the way back to week 1, you go all the way back to August 30th, and Alabama completely laying an egg, falling flat on their face against Florida State, completely sucking. I know it was the first game, first start, and all that for Ty Simpson, but that loss right there. Do you realize what Alabama would look like right now if they were 10-1 or 9-1? I mean, if they were 9-1, they'd still be in the top 4. And now they're clinging to the playoff in the last spot. Right now, they're the last wild card in. That one game on August 30th is the whole reason they're in this position. Not the loss to Oklahoma at home. It's that loss on the road at Florida State. With that game, if they had won that game, they're in the top 4 right now. But they didn't, and so that's where they're at. Now they got to beat Auburn and hang on.
2 words. Go Auburn.
No, I don't know why are you an Alabama hater?
I'm not. I don't know. It's a little annoying.
Aren't you a Virginia Tech fan? You got to be
annoying to me. But
you got to be loving. You got to be loving James Franklin there at Virginia Tech. Aren't you a Tech fan? Aren't you a Hokie fan? Or no? Am I making that up?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I pull for him, sure. Yeah. But whatever.
You want to get into this deal?
Well, yeah. I also want to say that I think it's ridiculous that the Cleveland Browns expect Shedeur Sanders to be Bernie Kosar after 1 week of reps with the starters.
They don't.
A little bit insane.
The fans,
and
it's the fans
upper
that do.
echelon of that franchise should be jailed for the way that they have behaved. That's all I'm going to say.
No, the Browns don't expect anything out of him. It's the fans that are expecting him to win the Heisman Trophy again. No, it's not the team. The team is not. He's the 5th round. He's the 5th string quarterback. That's what they think they got. I mean, they drafted him in the 5th round. He was behind Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel and anybody else he could bring in. He's like the 4th string quarterback, so they don't expect anything out of this guy. If he does anything, it's going to be, the fans are going to go nuts. If that kid throws for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, and they lose by a couple of points, they'll be like, "Oh my God, he's the greatest quarterback ever in the history of mankind."
And your head coach will put the other dude back in instead of Sanders and say, "See, we told you he wasn't any good."
Yeah, well,
it's stupid. Stupid.
Yeah. I don't think either one of them are any good, but we'll see with Sanders. I'd give him the rest of the season just to see. All right, give me your pick so I can get.
I agree, but I don't think the Browns organization is going to do that.
Well, it depends. They're the ones that see him.
Like
we don't know. I had heard from somebody inside the organization. I had heard that he was having a hard time making the play call in the huddle after getting it in his speaker, in his ear. That he was having a hard time relaying the play call. So maybe they know more than we know. They know why they've kept. Kevin Stefanski told them when they drafted him, they said, this is going to be a redshirt year. This kid needs a whole year sitting on the sideline, learning how to be an NFL quarterback. All right. That's what they said. And now they're forced to play him because they traded everybody away. And then the Dylan Gabriel, the little guy, got hurt. All right. Give me your picks. Kentucky is plus 9.5 at Vandy.
Vanderbilt.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Tennessee minus 3.5 at Florida.
Here's something I really miss about living in Nashville is listening to the radio after Florida beats Tennessee, because Tennessee has the biggest amount of whiners. It's got to be a record. Like in all of America, Tennessee has got to be the worst. But Tennessee will win this game. But I did, and I think they'll cover. So I'm going to take Tennessee. But God, I miss I miss hearing them whining about losing to Florida.
Oh, they're big, long, athletic, violent.
Remember when Urban Meyer was there and they asked him about the rivalry, and Urban Meyer said, "Doesn't the other team have to win once in a while for it to be a rivalry?" Tennessee fans lost their mind. The Colts get 3.5 at the Chiefs.
Okay, I'm going full circle. I'm coming to the realization, and I'm saying this to help the people listening. The NFL has been the most bipolar NFL season I've ever seen in my life. I put a lot of money on the Colts the first time they were on TV because I heard all year long, the Colts the best team in the NFL. These guys are, oh my God, they look like the early 90s Cowboys. They do everything. They're going to win the Super Bowl. And they got their butts kicked the first time I saw them. Now they're going against the Chiefs. I heard the Chiefs last week. It's a must win. If they don't win, they're out of the playoffs. I guarantee you they're going to win, and they lost. I'm taking the Colts.
And the Eagles are minus 3.5 at the Cowboys. Do I even have to ask the question? I mean, am I
How about them Cowboys? Yeah, how about them Cowboys?
The Cowboys are going to destroy the Eagles and show everybody else how to do it. Your quarterback sucks. He can't hit salt water from a dinghy in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. The Eagles need a quarterback that can pass the ball. The dude can't pass the ball. He played one good game last year. That was in the Super Bowl.
I think he played more than one game. He was almost the MVP of the league last year. I think he did a little bit better than that. I'm going to say that. You know,
the dude sucks. Passing the ball as an NFL quarterback is like you knowing to speak into the microphone. It's kind of a given.
Do you think anybody in the league would take? Do you think anybody in the league would take Dak Prescott over?
You need to be able to throw into tight windows. The dude can't. He's scared to do it.
So I'll trade you. I'll trade you Jalen Hurts for Dak Prescott today. Take it. You take
what?
It. I'll give you Jalen Hurts for Dak Prescott today.
Well, of course you would, because Dak Prescott is a 10 times better quarterback than Jalen Hurts is.
Okay. Just asking you if you would take it. Would you take Jalen Hurts over Dak Prescott? Okay. All right, Dan. It's a good job. Or Philip, that's a good job by you.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you. All right, Dan, Phil, you guys hang in there. We got to get Gary Stoken in here. If he's not there when we return on the video, we will continue taking your calls. If not, we'll get him on the other side. We won't have Gary too long. We'll do that next. It's a Thom Abraham Show. It's Football Friday. We're off and rolling.
The crimson and white jerseys.
Front court to the rack and the play.
The sound of a buzzer beater.
Got it to go as the buzzer sounds.
The Roll Tide chant from the crowd. It can only be Alabama basketball. Join the Alabama Crimson Tide right here on your home for Alabama basketball.
Listen to Alabama basketball all season long on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hi, this is Wes Neighbors. I'm here with Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Sam, tell the folks about Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Hey, Wes. Our company, Fleming Roofing and Restoration, specializes in commercial and residential roofing and repairs. I'm a fifth-generation Huntsvillian, and our family's been doing construction business in Huntsville area since 1965.
Sam, what kind of roofs does Fleming Roofing and Restoration do?
Our guys are skilled enough. We can come out and address any kind of leaks or issues you might have on your commercial, on your metal roofing, on your shingles. We can do anything, and we can offer you a solution to repair it, or we can replace it.
Well, you guys also do insurance restoration.
Our staff has 10 plus years of experience as insurance adjusters, and we really do know the inside and out of the claims process at Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Check out Fleming Roofing and Restoration online at FlemingHSV.com or you can call or text them at 256-651-9440.
Hey, Wes, we show up.
I'm here with Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. With the temperatures going up, now is a good time to get your heating and air system looked at. Thomas, when somebody calls, you guys answer.
That's right. The phones are staffed by us. They're manned 24/7. We're ready to come out and take care of you that day.
How do they give you guys a call?
You give us a call at 256-503-4490.
And you can find you guys on the World Wide Web at
talenthvac.com.
And now is a good time to do this because you guys are offering a special deal.
That's right. We're doing $49 tune-ups this spring. We're also doing free second opinions. We offer that year-round. Somebody comes out, they say you got a bag compressor, a leaking refrigerant. Give us a call, see if we can save you some money.
Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. Thomas, one more time, that phone number.
256-503-4490. AL certain number 21014.
Huntsville, get ready because Fight Night's coming your way November 22nd from the VBC South Hall with the CFC Rise of Champions. 16 blood-pumping matches, 5 featured title fights, and the most explosive MMA action in the Southeast. Get your crew together and reserve your VIP table or snag tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss out on the action. November 22nd, it's the Cage Fight Championships Fight of Champions.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
Football season and Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. The perfect combination of good times and great food. This season, score big with one of our chef-inspired expressions of pure burger amazingness. Our delicious burgers are made with premium Angus beef, and you can pair it with one of our signature cocktails or a cold craft beer from our huge selection. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and our new location at Cliff Farm, Highway 72 in Madison.
Eagle Masonry and Installation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship and insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience, bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The segment of the Tom Abraham Show is brought to you by the Orthopedic Center, longtime friends of the show. To be honest with you, it's been about 20 years that we have been hooked up with TOC, and they just do such a great job. They service the Huntsville Havoc, Alabama A&M, most of the high schools in the region. They got 13 locations all throughout the Tennessee Valley. So if you have an orthopedic problem, if you're considering professional care, really, TOC, it's the only logical choice. You need to contact TOC. Make your appointment. When you need them, they're there. Always in the Tennessee Valley, TOC. And welcome back to Tom Abraham Show. All right, so this worked out well. Gary Stoken's running a little bit behind. So we can jump right back into the lines with you guys and get a few more picks in here. Up next is Wolverine Dan. Wolverine Dan, welcome to the show. How are you? He just did he go away, John?
He said he was chilling out on the seat.
Is he chilling?
You know, he might have passed out.
Did he pass out? Wolverine Dan.
He'll call back.
Okay. So you don't have a way to put a guy back on hold, right? Like if we go to Phil the blacksmith, you don't have a way to.
No, I could. He's already calling back, so he must be away.
Well, let's go to Phil the blacksmith while you answer that.
Okay.
Phil the blacksmith, welcome in, Phil. How are you?
Hey, yo, man, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I am fantastic. Phil's 4 points out of the lead, and in the Friday trifecta. What's going on?
Yeah, my picks last week sucked.
Well, that's because I wasn't here.
everybody let me down last week. What the hell?
Yeah.
But anyway, I go ahead and get my picks in so somebody gets to them.
All right, Kentucky gets 9.5 at Vanderbilt.
I think Kentucky's going to hang in there real close with them this time. So.
We tried to recruit bigger, better players to come play for us, but they went to good schools.
All right. Tennessee is minus 3.5 at Florida.
I ain't never picking Tennessee again, Florida.
It's Tebow time. Let's get going.
The Colts get 3.5 at the Chiefs.
For some reason, I think the Chiefs is going to work a miracle, I guess, so I'll go with the Chiefs.
That is awesome.
Now, they're 3.5-point favorites, so I don't know how much of a miracle it'd be, but yeah, I'm not 100% sold yet on Daniel Jones and the Colts.
Well, the Chiefs is playing like crap right now, so
they are.
At some point,
I remember about 4 or 5 years ago, the Bucs were 7-5 at this point in the season and won the Super Bowl. So, who knows what kind of a run, it's a long season. Teams get on a roll, and then who knows? All right, the Eagles are minus 3.5 at the Cowboys.
I got to go with my Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah. How about them Cowboys?
I just laugh every time I hear that. All right, Phil, we got you in, brother.
Appreciate you.
Phil the Blacksmith. Wolverine Dan is back, apparently. What happened, man? Where were you?
Yeah, I couldn't get through the phone to you, Tom. Anyway, so here's the deal. I want to say something. I think that whoever that first caller is, I'm not sure who it is, but he's starting to grow on me. Actually, kind of liking his takes.
Yeah.
And another plus side for him is he doesn't like Alabama. I didn't know that. Neither do I. So, I mean, you know what? He's growing on me, Tom. He's really growing.
But he doesn't know. He doesn't know why he doesn't like Alabama. That's the thing. I think you know why you don't like Alabama. It's because you're a Michigan fan.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no. No. Hey, I love Alabama. The series against Alabama, we're up on you guys twice in 1 year. Don't you remember?
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go. Now, with that said, this weekend, everybody, the Havoc are playing. Did you mention that?
I have not mentioned that.
And then tonight, my little granddaughter with her family is going to be on the Zamboni up and down the ice tonight.
Nice. That's fun.
And then when I get in there, I'm going to get my wife a drink wristband because I want her to have a lot of Pinot Noirs tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's the only way that you can. That's the only way you can get her to be romantic with you is to get her hammered, right?
No.
Okay.
So I'll tell you, every guy, if you ever really want to score with the wife, here's what you got to do. You got to do a lot of stuff for them, make them really happy, chores and whatnot, little things, and get her involved in it and everything. And she thinks it's the greatest thing in the world, which you are being very kind and nice. And then you get the reward, if you know what I mean.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, God. That was pretty good, actually.
All right,
my man.
let's get these picks in. All right, Kentucky gets 9.5 at Vandy.
Yeah, you got to go with the Vandy. You got to go with the Golden Child, man. Yeah.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Tennessee is minus 3.5 at Florida.
I'm going to hate this. I'm going to go with Tennessee, but yeah, they really had a pretty good percentage winning against Florida. But I'm going to go with Tennessee.
Oh, they're big, long, athletic, violent.
The Colts get 3.5 at Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
This is my wish for the weekend. That Mahomie gets knocked out, homie. No more homie. I don't want to see it. He's gone. I'll take the Colts.
And the Eagles are -3.5 at the Cowboys.
God, I hate to take either team I don't like. And I hate to take I hate to take Philadelphia because the quarterback from Philly, he played for you know who. Oklahoma. That's right, he played for Oklahoma. There you go. I'm going to take the
Fly, Eagles, fly!
All right. We got you in, Dan.
Hey.
All right, man.
All right. Well, yeah. See you, man. Have
Appreciate
a great
you.
weekend.
All right, you too. All right, tell you what, John, let's do this. Let's stick that break in now. Okay, look at me, 36, taking the break. Let's put that break in now. So if Gary Stoken drops in, we're ready to go for him, and we can take him right to the music. So we'll take a break now. We'll come back. Gary Stoken scheduled to join us from the Peach Bowl. We'll have that right after this on the Thom Abraham Show.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
College basketball tonight, UAB 7.5-point home favorites at South Alabama, 150.5 the total at Bartow Arena. College football tomorrow, South Florida 21.5-point favorites at UAB. Jacksonville State laying 1.5 at FIU. Southern Miss 1.5 favorite at South Alabama, while Troy lays 10.5 at Veterans Memorial against Georgia State, 51.5 the over/under. In the NFL Sunday, Kirk Cousins getting the start at quarterback for the injured Michael Penix Jr. The Falcons look to add a 5-game slide. They're a 2.5-point underdog at the Saints, 40.5 the total. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The company is Eagle Masonry and Insulation, but did you know they're also Eagle Landscaping and Dirt Work? Eagle can take care of all your landscaping needs, including irrigation, sod work, and planting, both plants and trees. On the dirt work side, Eagle can grade and build your pads, haul dirt in or out, and even do erosion control. Philip Love and his team can do it all for you. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
You'll love the expanded wine selection at Liquor Express. From special occasion to everyday table wines, they've got what you need. Meet your friends at the largest tap wall in Alabama with 105 rotating selections. Then take home a growler full of your favorite or choose from our 1,000 canned or bottled beers. Need help stocking your bar or planning your party? Liquor Express has a knowledgeable, professional in-house staff that can assist you with anything from your bar to the planning of your special event. Visit liquorexpress.net for tasting specials, giveaways, and classes.
Black Friday is Black Friday, and check out these deals at Owen Home Appliance only on Black Friday. A deluxe ice machine, normally $1,300, just $799. How about the Pure Wash system for your clothes, normally $349 for just $200? Here's a great washer and dryer set. The washer is $699. The dryer is free. And for the kitchen, buy the Frigidaire, refrigerator, and range, and they'll throw in the dishwasher and microwave free. Only on Black Friday while supplies last at Owen Home Appliance.
Hey folks, Arthur Seed, managing partner at University Kia, letting you know we are proud supporters of Alabama and Auburn football. Swing by University Kia today and check out our huge selections of brand new Kias, including the spacious Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the slick new K5, the sporty Kia Seltos. We've got perfect cars for every lifestyle and budget. Visit universitykia.com to view all our amazing offers and get pre-approved amenities, because we want to see you in a Kia. Roll Tide, War Eagle.
You've been paying on that life insurance policy for years, but maybe you don't really need it anymore, or it's gotten a bit too expensive. Well, before you just let it expire, let Neighbors Insurance Solutions share with you some alternatives that you haven't considered. Don't throw away something that still may have great value for you. If you want to learn more about what Neighbors Insurance Solutions can do for you, call 256-763-7693. A death benefit could be a life benefit. Learn more at 256-763-7693.
Hello, listeners. I want to tell you a little bit about Minuteman Press and what we have to offer our community. We specialize in paper printing and can help from designing your piece to the finished product. We print media guides for many of the athletic departments at high schools and universities around the area. We typically purchase sponsorships from these schools as well try and help them with their fundraising. Once we have reached our new normal, we also print all types of marketing materials for you to hand out either in person, via mail, or at various trade shows and events. At Minuteman Press, we're not just putting ink on paper, we're building relationships.
Your Fox 54 weather.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A mostly cloudy and overcast sky this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the low and mid-70s. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are going to be a thing through the course of the afternoon into the evening. Not really talking about any sort of a threat for severe weather. We'll maintain the opportunity for rain as we head into the overnight, early into your Saturday. Temperatures drop into the mid-60s. A partly sunny to mostly cloudy sky Saturday afternoon. Temperatures climb into the low 70s.
Your Fox 54 weather. Only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Tom Abraham Show is brought to you by Ross Roberts and his team at Valley Equipment. I've known Ross for a while now, and I know one thing. I have seen Valley Equipment grow from a relatively small operator to a huge operator that takes care of everybody in the Valley with 2 locations now, not only on the South Parkway, but also on the North Parkway. You got to see that facility that they've got up there. So whether you're a homeowner looking for small equipment or whether you're a contractor looking for a big-time lift or big-time equipment, they've got it all at Valley Equipment Rental.
This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Chiefs. Mahomes can't beat us. This is our team. Go Colts.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Did you just make that up, John? Did you come up with that, or
No.
Pretty weak?
This guy's been doing it for a minute, man. He's like a meme. He's a legend for the Indianapolis Colts, but
So that's new
not something
for this week.
Well, yeah, each week he does one each week, and
Oh, really?
They go viral quite a bit. So this one might not be his best work, but I think that's kind of the point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's that's I don't know if I can unhear that. It's not going to work for me, that's for sure. All right, Gary Stoken has been the president CEO of the Peach Bowl for a long time, and I don't know if I knew that he was retiring this year or not, but he joins us now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Gary, welcome to the show, man. How are you?
Good. I'm just logging on to your connect.
Oh, you're going to do the video thing?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, he's connected via the video, John. Can we scoop him up there on the video side of this deal?
Yeah, give me a second. I'll have him ready to go.
Okay. All right. We'll have him over here on the video here in a moment. First bowl game that I ever went to was as a young coach in 1993. It was January 2nd or 3rd, 1993. And it was the Peach Bowl. It was the very first game at the Georgia Dome. And that was the first bowl game I ever went to. It was North Carolina and Natron Means against Mississippi State, and Carolina won that game. And here we are all these years later, and now the Peach Bowl will be the national semifinal game as Gary joins us now on WZZN TV as well as the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Gary, how you doing, my friend?
I'm blessed, Tom. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm surprised you're not doing these hits like with your leather helmet on. I mean, where's the old leather helmet? I would think you'd wear
the old leather helmet. Last time you had that on, you were doing the Heisman pose for us.
Who came up with that idea, by the way?
That was my idea.
Nice.
When I started the kickoff game, we had just I had just moved the Hall of Fame from South Bend, Indiana, to Atlanta, and I was CEO of Atlanta Home Management. I started a new company. Signed a 30-year license with the National Football Foundation to move the Hall of Fame to Atlanta. And I wanted to start, similar to the NFL, a game around the induction ceremonies. And so I started the kickoff game. And I said, well, I want to have a helmet, or I want to have a trophy similar to the Stanley Cup where people could engage and interact with the trophy. And so I said, in theme of having the College Football Hall of Fame move to Atlanta, we're going to do an old leather helmet and let the coach and the players wear it afterwards and pass it around the locker room and on the field. And it's become true. I mean, we've had every coach from Saban to Sweeney to Smart, everybody wear the helmet, and then they pass it around to the captains, and they wear it. And everybody likes to do their Heisman pose, harkening back to the old leather helmet, the Heisman Trophy.
Now, is it the same one for all? First of all, is it used for the Peach Bowl as well? As it just for the kickoff game?
Just for the kickoff game.
Just for the kickoff.
And, we've got a different trophy for the bowl game.
Okay, so is the leather helmet is it one leather helmet, or does the team that wins that kickoff game, do they take that leather helmet and then there's another one made?
Yeah, we make another one. We let them take the actual leather helmet of that trophy presentation and let them take it home.
So this Peach Bowl started in Fulton County Stadium, I believe, like 1968 or something like that. I mentioned the fact that in 92, 93, I think it's that 92 season, it was January of 93 is when I attended my first one. Was the first game there at the Georgia Dome, the first Peach Bowl game there at the Georgia Dome. But just talk about this game being elevated from being, just another bowl game to a more prominent bowl game to a New Year's Six bowl game where now, we have national semifinals there and, of course, national championships that have been played in Atlanta multiple times as well. But, I mean, this is as high as you can get. Basically, this is the same as, the granddaddy of them all and the Orange Bowl and Fiesta, Cotton, Peach. It's right in there with those bowls in terms of prominence.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, there's a few stories that go along with it in my 28 years and prior to me. But we were founded in 1968, is the ninth oldest bowl game, but the first bowl game founded for charity. And one of the things I'm most humbly proud of is we are the leader out of all 44 bowl organizations by donating $70 million to charity since 1998 when I came here. And so we were by far using college football for the greater good. But we were first played in Bobby Dodd Stadium in 1968. And I still remember Vince Dooley telling me the story that I think it was 1969 or 70 that Bill Dooley, his brother, was coach of North Carolina, and they came in and played Arizona State. Frank Cush's team was number 8 in the country. And at that time, as I said, there was only 9 bowl games, and the big boys wouldn't take Arizona State. So George Crumbly, who had my job as CEO of the Peach Bowl, reached out, brought Arizona State here. They played against North Carolina, who had John Swafford as a safety, the former commissioner of the ACC. Don McCauley was a running back. John Bunting, who coached at North Carolina and played for the Eagles, was the linebacker. Anyway, it rained in the first quarter, sleeted in the second, snowed in the third, and iced in the fourth. And Arizona State came in, won 48-26. And the people from Arizona were sitting in the stands. Vince Dooley told the story. He was on the sideline watching his brother coach. And he said, "Gary, I got so cold. I've never been so cold in my life. I had to leave at halftime." Well, the people from Arizona said, "Hey, it's 80 degrees out in Scottsdale today. Why don't we start one of these bowl games?" And so they start talking to the Peach Bowl people. And a couple years later, the Fiesta Bowl was created. So an interesting history story there on football and football history and bowl games. But we in 1998, we were, I took Georgia, who was borderline 25 in the nation, and Virginia, who was number 12. And our own newspaper, the AJC, Atlanta Journal-Constitution, headline said, "Georgia's going to the Peach Bowl, a third-tier bowl game." So back then we were looked at as a third-tier bowl game, and now, 28 years later, within the last year, we have hosted or will host all 3 of the major college football events with the CFP. And the quarterfinal last year in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, double overtime, Texas beating Arizona State, the national championship game, and this year we'll host the semifinal game. So we've come a long way. You mentioned the granddaddy of them all. we're second only to the Rose Bowl over the last 6 years in TV viewership and total attendance.
Yeah.
So we've come a long way. We've been like the phoenix out of the ashes in Atlanta after Sherman burnt down Atlanta.
Yeah, and it all starts, like you said, 68. I think 67 is when the Falcons started. So it's like football in Atlanta was, just burgeoning during that time. I can't imagine you retired. I mean, you're it's not like you're an old dude. What is retirement going to look like for Gary Stoken? I mean, are you moving into some sort of a CFB consulting role? Are you going to be on the committee? I mean, Gary Stoken's got to stay involved here in this whole college football thing.
Well, Tom, I appreciate that. I turned 71 in March of next year. I've got 4 grandsons. They're 10, 8, 7, and 5. I've spent, 47 years in sports. And when I made the announcement, I said, I looked in the dictionary, and under retirement, it said ceasing to work. And I said, well, I guess I can't retire because I've never worked a day in my life. Being in sports 47 years, it's been a passion. I've had a great run, and this will give a chance for my my staff, many of whom have been with me for 20, 25 years, to make a little bit more money with me gone, and they can put their own stamp on things. And, we've had a great run between, starting the kickoff game, elevating the Peach Bowl to a New Year's Six and CFP game, bringing the College Football Hall of Fame to Atlanta, and making Atlanta the capital of college football. It's been a blessing.
Yeah. And one of the things, Gary Stoken with us here, he's the president and CEO of the Peach Bowl of the national semifinal game on January 9th. There was this big concern that when we went to a playoff and expanded to 12 and then potentially 16, that it was going to neuter the regular season. And, you look at the games that are being played this weekend and next weekend that are going to impact who gets in and who doesn't get in. And I commented earlier on the show about the fact that go all the way back to August 30th and Alabama landing flat on their face in Tallahassee against Florida State, and how much that means right now to them, because the Tide are hanging on to the final wild card spot, if you will, in the playoff. What would they look like if they were like Georgia? You know what I mean? What if they were 9-1 right now and their only loss was against Oklahoma, a ranked team? They'd probably still be in the top 4. And so that's how important a game all the way back on August 30th was. So, I don't think the playoff has taken anything away from the regular season, in my opinion.
Well, it's a great point. It's so ironic that you mentioned the Alabama-Florida State game, because I go back to 2017 when we had the GOAT game, the greatest opener all time, with Alabama number 1 and Florida State number 3 to open Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And Alabama won the game and didn't win the SEC that year, and got into the 4-team playoff because they beat Florida State, who was number 3. So, we've changed the face of college football on the front side with these kickoff games, where before we had that kickoff game in 2008, people would play nondescript games. And now you've got Texas going to Ohio State and Notre Dame and Miami. And, we had Clemson, Georgia last year. So, and those games are very, as you mentioned, very influential with the CFP, because you can only schedule, as an AD and a coach, 3 or 4 games, depending on what conference you're in and how many non-conference games you have. And if you don't schedule, somebody that's good, and if you beat them, it only helps you. If you lose to them and they have a great year, there is such a thing in the nomenclature of CFP as a quote unquote good loss. And there are some examples of that, this year. But yeah, I think Alabama, they're right on that borderline of 8, 9, and 10, where, you want to be in the top 4, obviously. But if you can't be there, you want to be 5, 6, 7, and 8, because you can host a home game in the first round. But, Alabama, they control their destiny, and that, if they can beat Auburn, now they got to wait and see what happens with Texas A&M to see what happens on the other side. But
yeah,
I think Alabama's in good shape right now.
Yeah, I think they're in good shape, and I don't think they would be penalized if they lost in the SEC championship game. I don't think that would happen. Gary Stoken has been our guest. Gary, I appreciate you, man. I know you were a busy man today, but I appreciate you jumping in with us here. And I will miss you at our annual meeting at SEC Media Days, but congratulations on the retirement. Maybe I'll see you in Atlanta on January 9th.
No, thanks, Tom. I appreciate you. I appreciate you having us. I've always enjoyed talking with you because you have such a good knowledge of college football. So continued success, and hopefully we'll see you down the road.
All right, man. Appreciate you. That's Gary Stoken. Very cool. All right, we'll grab our break here. Top of the hour break. We'll come back with Lee Sterling next from ParamountSports.com on the Thom Abraham Show.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
Thom Abraham here for my friends at North Alabama Mortgage. Did you know that average home equity is at an all-time high? But so is average consumer debt. Even though rates are higher now, you can use your equity to pay off your high consumer debt, student loans, etc., then refi when the rates drop. Don't put off that new home purchase. When rates drop, prices will go up. Buy now and get the best price and then refi when the rates drop. This is the time to talk to the experts at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com for more information.
Need tough equipment you can count on? Christopher Equipment has you covered. Whether it's air compressors, trenchers, bucket lifts, concrete tools, generators, skid steers, and more. Serving you with locations in Tullahoma, Shelbyville, Manchester, Fayetteville, and Hazel Green. Christopher Equipment. From job site to backyard, rent or buy, Christopher Equipment delivers the tools you need when you need them. Call 931-455-3900 or visit Christopher.equipment today. Christopher Equipment, powering your project. Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area. As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Scott Tyson here with your 97.7 ESPN The Zone Sports Minute. There was quarterfinal high school playoff football last night. Scottsboro moves into the 5A semifinals with a 16-14 win over Fairview, and Class 4A Plainview into the semifinals for the first time since 1999 with a 28-7 win over Good Hope. Thursday night NFL action, the Houston Texans defense sacks Buffalo's Josh Allen 8 times, forces 3 turnovers as they knock off the Bills 23-19. Saturday SEC football, 10th-ranked Alabama welcomes Eastern Illinois. Kickoff set for 1 p.m. right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Auburn welcomes Mercer for a 1 p.m. kickoff. Deuce Knight set to start for the Tigers at quarterback tomorrow. UAH Chargers back on the hardwood tomorrow. The men welcome Bluefield. Tip-off set for 4 p.m. inside Sportsman Arena. Make sure and download the 97.7 ESPN The Zone app today.
This segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by the award-winning service department at Woody Anderson Ford. That's right. They take care of the routine checkups. They keep your Ford or other brand in perfect working order. But if you have a bigger problem, they got these expert service technicians that can diagnose it, use state-of-the-art tools to get it resolved. I take my vehicles there. I've been doing it, for nearly 20 years now. It's Woody Anderson Ford and the service department. Second to none. Check out Woody Anderson Ford today.
You need to be more like a dog.
Like what you guys are doing. You've got your fingertip on the pulse of your listeners. You guys know what they're talking about.
Be a dog.
God bless the show. You are the Messiah.
We need more dogs.
This is the best show on radio.
The big dog, Thom Abraham, is here with you.
Hey, I see you, dog.
So settle in and get your bark on. That's my dog. Now live, here he is, the big dog.
Let's go, baby!
Thom Abraham.
How you doing? 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 Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like El McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
Get off my
I have to drag my Yankee ass out of here.
Welcome back, hour number 2 on a football Friday. Philip is still arguing with me about Jalen Hurts, and he insists that he's so terrible, and there's in these articles, and that there's some discord there. The guy's 8-2. He's 8-2. He's got a higher passer rating than Dak Prescott. 16 touchdowns and 1 interception. All he does is win games. Okay, it's all he does is win. Okay, so I don't know who's bitching and moaning. What, diva receivers are moaning because they're not getting enough balls? I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? I'll take Jalen Hurts in a heartbeat, so I don't want to hear about it. All right, joining us now, a guy that does a tremendous job. ParamountSports.com is where you will find him. He's having a great year so far this year as well. He is 33-11 in the NFL over the last 9 Sundays as well. So that's pretty good. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's going to keep you ahead of the man. I think that's probably the case. Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com, and he joins us now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. And I'm vamping here to see whether or not he's on. I guess he's just on the hotline. I don't know if he's on WZZN TV with us as well. But Lee, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good. We just can't figure out how to get it done. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it ended up in my trash or my spam.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we just don't like you guys.
I don't know. You've been on. I mean, there's been a few times that we've had you on the video side. I don't know why. Yeah, it comes and goes.
Email never showed up.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll tell you what. I can't believe how fast it goes. I mean, the college football season. We're into these garbage games here that we should never have. Group of 4 or Power 4 teams playing FCS schools at the end of the season like this. This is an absolute nightmare that we have those kind of games. But there are some games that are very important as well.
Right. No, things are still going to happen. I mean, I love all these shows. This team, let's look at their schedule. Just win your games. These teams like Miami, Utah, BYU, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, win both games. There's probably a 90% chance you're going to be in. Just take care of your own business and then worry about the rest.
Yeah, I don't know, though, because like Vandy, I have said all season long, and we'll start with Vandy. I've said all season long, there's no way any 10-2 team from the SEC will get left out. But it's possible, very, very possible, if the chalk holds, there'll be 5 10-2 teams already from the SEC. Vanderbilt would be the 6th. And the problem is that they're jamming us with a group of 5 team. The ACC sucks, got to take one of their teams. The Big 12 sucks, got to take one of their teams. And Notre Dame is good enough to be in. There's no room for another. They're not going to get in over Oregon. If Oregon beats USC, they're not going to get in over some of those teams. So I don't know. I don't know how you fit everybody in that deserves to be in. So that's what it comes down to. It starts coming down to, resume.
Yeah, let's just see how it plays out. I said, it's fun to talk about. It gives us something to do, but trust me, usually works itself out. And if you're in the SEC, you only have 2 losses. I think you'll be fine.
This Vandy Kentucky game is huge for Alabama fans that want to see Alabama in Atlanta, because if Vandy does beat Kentucky, Alabama beats Auburn and they go to Atlanta, it's almost a certainty that that's what would happen. If Kentucky beats Vandy, then it'll end up being Georgia takes that number 2 spot. Vandy's a 9.5-point favorite over Kentucky at home. What are you feeling?
All right, so you want to play teams like Vanderbilt, Miami, that have to win out to get in. You're going to probably pay an extra 2 to 2.5 point premium, just the way it works here. So I think Vandy's good, but they have some holes in their game. They can't run the football. I mean, except for Diego Pavia, last 2 games, their top rushers of running backs, 39 and 11 yards. That's it here. So that's their hole. Kentucky, all of a sudden, starting to run the football. In fact, Dante Dowdle, Seth McGowan, these 2 guys, last 2 games have totaled 350 yards. Their defense, last 2 SEC games, what did they do? They held Auburn to 3 and Florida to 7 points. So they're strong on defense here. And I love Mark Stoops as an underdog. Getting 7 points or more, I don't know what he does. I don't know if he takes them to a movie, he plays certain music during the week. Got to be something. 7-2 last 2 years as a 7-point underdog. They're 5-5. They have to win. They lose both games, and I think Stoops is out. He can pull off the upset here and even lose to Louisville, and I think he keeps his job. So it's that important to him. I'm taking Kentucky. I think Vandy escapes here 26-24.
Okay, so Vandy to win, not to cover, which now everything you said just made so much sense. Now I feel terrible about my beat the big dog pick yesterday when I took Vandy, but that's a whole nother story. All right, a game that's huge in the Big Ten, a Pac-12 game that's huge in the Big Ten will be Oregon laying 9.5 at home against a USC team that thinks that if they beat Oregon, now they're on track to be the 3rd Big Ten team that could be in the tournament. What about Oregon laying 9.5 at home here?
So the difference between USC the last couple years and this year is up front. Last couple years, I mean, they were Charmin soft up front in the front 7. This year, games against tough teams in the trenches, and I'm talking about Notre Dame, Iowa, Michigan, Nebraska, and Northwestern, they held up well. In fact, they won 4 or 5 of those games. The only game they lost was at Notre Dame, and they were certainly legitimate in that game. Difference here for the Oregon Ducks is they usually will have a couple scores each game, especially at home, where they score on a long play, usually either a running and or a receiving long touchdown pass. Not Dante Moore's fault. They've lost 3 of the top 4 guys since the start of fall camp. So if they can't take the top off the defense like they used to do, and usually go up in games 14-0, 21-0, if they can't do it, why is that? Because of the receivers. They just don't have guys that can get behind people and make plays. So they have to go now a lot of times 8, 10, 12, 14 plays, and when you do that, leave yourself open to more penalties and turnovers, and that's what happened. I still think they're really good, Oregon, but USC has stepped up their game. I think Oregon wins 28-25, but I'm taking Trojans here in almost double-digit points.
All right, good. We're on the same page of that one. Tennessee goes to Florida. We all remember back in the day when Urban Meyer was asked about the rivalry between Tennessee and Florida, and Urban said dryly, doesn't the other team have to win once in a while for it to be a rivalry? That was, right. Florida had a long run against Tennessee. Tennessee's a better football team. I was shocked to see this number. I thought it was so short. A 7-3 team against a 3-7 team. We're using 3.5, 3.5, 4 is what's out there right now. I saw even some 2.5 starting to pop as well. What about Tennessee as a short favorite in Gainesville?
Yeah, and Tennessee, this is a game they want. I mean, forget about last week's game. You know, they're playing a Mexico State team. That was a glorified scrimmage. They will be ready. Look what Florida's defense. You talk about having problems. They give up 38 at Kentucky. They gave up 34 last week to Ole Miss, and Ole Miss was horrible. They were that bad. So they came on in the second half and played okay. But before that, you know, I just think this is a great situational play for Tennessee. I think that whatever Florida had, they gave it all last week in the first half. I know they're usually tough in the swamp. I know they beat Texas, but that was a fluke. They're without their top four receivers. I like Tennessee, 34-24.
Missouri, Lee Sterling with us, ParamountSports.com. Missouri goes to Oklahoma. Oklahoma comes off of that win over Alabama, which now makes them a playoff team as well. And Missouri comes in without their quarterback, with their backup quarterback. And again, a number that I thought was a little bit short. Oklahoma just a 7.5-point favorite at home against Mizzou. Everything on the line for Oklahoma, nothing really left for Mizzou. What's your take there?
Yeah, so it's got to be something to come off a win like that. Going in to Bryant-Denny Stadium and coming out with a win, and you do it with defense. I mean, they just absolutely dominated play there. Their defense was incredible. They're really good. But the story last week, other than that, if Texas A&M doesn't come back and beat South Carolina, is Ahmad Hardy runs for 300 yards. I mean, it wasn't like he did it against, Coastal Carolina, did it against Mississippi State. Their defense is good. They another 3 takeaways for the Missouri D. They faced dual threat quarterbacks here, like faced both good dual threat guys from Texas A&M and Vanderbilt. So I don't think John Mateer is going to, really shock them. So I think Oklahoma's good, but you're paying them extra price to play them here. And Missouri, every year they're 5-0, 6-0, and then they lose. I think this year they're a little bit better than they've been in the past, and their defense is better. I think maybe they'll settle in. I don't think Eli's going anywhere. I like Missouri to cover here. I think Oklahoma escapes 24-20.
Another tricky one. Texas is 7-3. They've been eliminated from the playoff, and off of their loss against Georgia. They were preseason number 2, I think, in the country, and it was all about Texas and, and Penn State and Ohio State. And Ohio State's the last of the Mohicans standing there. So Texas is a 10-point favorite against Arkansas. This used to be one of the great rivalry games of all time when they were Southwest Conference teams and Big 12 teams together. Arkansas has fallen so far off the map, but they can be sporty. The game is in Austin. What about Texas as a double-digit favorite against Arkansas?
Yeah, so give Arkansas credit. They keep showing up. They just can't figure out how to win games. I mean, they score and then they give up more. That should be their motto. They score and then they give up more. They have the 108th rated pass defense. I think Arch Manning is going to bounce back here. You want to watch what Arkansas football is all about. Watch their last 2 defensive series. The win in the game and 3rd and 8, I think it was. All they need to do is they rush 4, make the quarterback throw the football. I mean, what do? One of their defensive tackles, he's like, I see a lane. I can get to the quarterback. Doesn't stay in his lane. And Van Buren runs for like 50 yards. Game over. Next series, they're just trying to stop them, get the ball back. And what do? LSU throws the ball in the flats. Kid's sitting there and doesn't have any help. What you have to just sit there and make a tackle, hold on to something, let the guy make his move, and just hold on to him, get some help, dive for his legs. I mean, just not smart players, not real talented, not smart at all here. I think Texas pulls away here, 38-21.
Yeah, I would agree with that one as well. All right, you've been killing it on the NFL. There are a lot of big games in the NFL this week. But this isn't one we considered a big game, but it is the game of the week that you got something for. Tell them how they can get the Seahawks, who are a 13.5-point favorite in Nashville against the Titans.
Yep. Sometimes in these games with big spreads, you see an absolute blowout or game goes down to the wire. You want to get the Seahawks and Titans. Just be one of the first 5 callers. You know what? I'll also give you the game tonight, Florida State, NC State. Give you both games. Seahawks and Titans, Florida State, NC State, both of them on me. Just call 800-400-9741. And we're going to try to keep rolling here in the NFL. 33-11-1 of the last 9 weeks in the NFL. That's almost 75% for the year. You want to hop on board? Lee's NFL Sunday Golden Ticket. 5 selections for Sunday. They're ready to go now. And also for 3 more weeks. 4 weeks total. $197. ParamountSports.com.
When's the last time you saw an NFL game played indoors that had a back number of 36? That's what it's a fight on the short bus between the Browns and the Raiders in 36. And I'm seeing people saying take the under 36. Oh my God, it might be a 10-8 game.
The only reason you're going to that game is to watch Shedeur Sanders, right?
Yeah, it's going to get a ton of love. I know that there's great games up against. Well, one great game up against it. The Philadelphia-Dallas game will be up against it. But I guarantee you that thing will be above the fold all over the place because of Shedeur Sanders. It's crazy. A fourth string quarterback.
Also, and you know that the Raiders, that's the most expensive ticket. People pay the most face value more than anywhere else. So. A horrible product, horrible since they moved there. Not even competitive, and they're getting top dollar. People coming to town, they want to go. I think, though, they're going to reach a saturation point. They keep losing another year or two. People are going to start, either locals are going to say, you know what, I'm not going to renew. I think I've had enough. I can watch it on TV if I need to watch.
Yeah, it's not quite as bad as Los Angeles for the Chargers. But really, if you watch those games, there's times where the Raiders are using a silent count. I mean, what's happening is that the visiting teams are going in there. Hey, we can go to Vegas for the weekend and catch our team play. And it's starting to turn more and more the color of the other team. There's really no home. There's no home ice advantage for them, just like there's no home ice advantage for the Chargers and sometimes the Rams. But the Rams get a little bit more as well. Lee Sterling has been our guest. All right, so Lee, are we going to be able to squeeze you in possibly on Wednesday? I know you're going to have a very busy Wednesday, but we got all those turkey games and everything else. Can we get you Wednesday?
Wednesday, regular time. Wednesday, 1 o'clock your time. We're a go.
All right. So Wednesday at our regular time, we'll be able to make that happen. All right, man. Appreciate you as always.
Big news, Tom. So you know about the turkey bake-off. My 2 daughters making the cakes, pies, and I have to judge it. That's going to happen again, but new wrinkle this year. So that'll be up by probably 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock your time on Thursday. They can watch it on Twitter or also on TikTok at Paramount Sports. But how about this? I get a text last week, I think it was last Friday, from my son-in-law, who married my oldest daughter, and he and my youngest daughter's boyfriend, who she lives with, they have come together to form a team, and they're entering a pie also. So they're entering a mystery pie. They won't tell me what it is. I just told them, I said, here, 2 things. I'm just going to give you a little bit of direction. The only pie that I don't like, I'll eat pecan, I'll eat apple, I'll eat, anything. All you need to know is the only pie I don't love is lemon meringue pie. So if you're going to make that, you really don't have much of a chance. And if there is a tie, it goes to my daughters. So got to be honest.
See, if you had sons like me, you wouldn't be having a bake-off. They'd be playing football. You know what I mean? It would be a deal. Now we do pie night. Wednesday night will be pie night at my house, where all the girls get together and they'll make 6 or 8 pies. Yeah. But the boys will be playing football.
And what are the pies? Is it different ones or the same ones all the time?
There'll be 2 pumpkin, there'll be 1 apple, there'll be a chocolate, and then there's a regular chocolate, and then there's a sugar-free chocolate for me because I'm a diabetic. So they'll do a sugar-free chocolate. There'll be a pecan in there because it's the South. Got to have a pecan pie in there,
right?
And then usually there's some sort of a berry one in there, like a blueberry pie or something like that in there. So yeah, that's
You got to get you got to fly. You got to find some huckleberries one year.
I don't even know what a huckleberry is.
In the Northwest, we fly them in every single year. If you ever go to Wyoming, Oregon, you ask for a huckleberry shake. You'll see huckleberry shake stands all over.
Really?
So, you like blueberry?
I am personally not a berry fan of any berry. I don't like strawberry, blueberry, cherry berry. I don't like any berry. I'm an apple pie and
berry.
Yeah. I'm a pumpkin.
I'm a berry guy.
Yeah. Yeah, do the pumpkin pie, the apple pie, and the chocolate pie.
Oh, I like those too.
Yeah.
I'm a berry guy. So anyone ever goes to Montana, Wyoming, Washington State, or Oregon, you'll see huckleberry everything. And try a huckleberry pie or huckleberry shake. You'll love it.
All right, man. Good stuff. All right, so we'll look forward to talking to you next week, man. Appreciate you.
Okay. Sounds good. See you, Big Dog.
All right, there you go. Lee Sterling. All right, we're going to open the phone lines back up. We will reset let's go ahead and reset our Friday trifecta for you. This is a 2-4-6 scoring deal. So the first thing you have to do is you got to get the 2 college games right. If you get the 2 college games right, I have 2 college games, 2 NFL games. Get the 2 college games right, you get 2 points right off the bat. Then you get an additional 2 points for each NFL game you get right. So if you get the 2 college games right and an NFL game, 4 points. If you get the 2 college games right and 2 NFL games right, then you get 6 points and you get fed. If you get 1 college game right, then you get stones. All right. You don't get points just for getting a college game right. Not one. All right. You got to get both of the college games right to get it done. All right. So we'll get that reset for you. Plus, we have got to register somebody for the Army-Navy trivia question. So I'm going to throw it out there right now so that you can cheat, because I really want to just register another person. Okay. I mean, that's the idea, is to register another person for the Army-Navy game. And this is the question. We rolled it out late in the show yesterday, so maybe you know the answer by now. Maybe you don't. There have been 10 sitting presidents that have attended the Army-Navy game. 10 different sitting presidents have attended the Army-Navy game. Of these 3 choices, which one attended an Army-Navy game as a sitting president? Which one of these attended an Army-Navy game? Richard Nixon, George W. Bush, or Joe Biden? Okay, those are your 3 choices. Which one attended the game as a sitting president of those 3? We'll get your answer. We'll get your picks. We'll get your phone calls. We'll do it all next, right here on the Thom Abraham Show.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
College basketball tonight, UAB 7.5-point home favorites at South Alabama, 150.5 the total at Bartow Arena. College football tomorrow, South Florida 21.5-point favorites at UAB. Jacksonville State laying 1.5 at FIU. Southern Miss 1.5 favorite at South Alabama, while Troy lays 10.5 at Veterans Memorial against Georgia State, 51.5 the over/under. In the NFL Sunday, Kirk Cousins getting the start at quarterback for the injured Michael Penix Jr. The Falcons look to end a 5-game slide. They're a 2.5-point underdog at the Saints, 40.5 the total. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at the service department at Woody Anderson Ford. When you need service on your vehicle, whether it's a Ford or any other make, you want to get into Woody Anderson Ford, where their expert service technicians will get it diagnosed and repaired right away, the right way. And while you are there, check out all the new and pre-owned vehicles at Woody Anderson as well. They are ready to make you the best deal possible. Visit Woody Anderson Ford today.
Woody Anderson Ford on Jordan Lane in Huntsville, Hughes Road in Madison, and online at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area.
As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today. 256-202-4200. That's 256-202-4200.
Annuities, non-advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
I'm here with Stan McDonald of Jacob Title. Stan, I've heard that every real estate closing at Jacob Title is a very big deal. Why is that?
Wes, I'm reminded of a very impactful statement that I heard from Coach Gene Stallings years ago when he talked about big games and little games. He said he didn't like that comparison. He says, because try losing one of those little games. And if you ever do, it ends up being the biggest game all year long. Well, it's the same thing with real estate closings. Every game, every closing is a very big deal at Jacob Title, because when it's your closing and your contract on the line, it's a very big deal, and we understand that at Jacob Title.
So it sounds like whether your client is a first-time residential buyer or a multi-million-dollar investor, they can expect your A game.
That's exactly right. As a matter of fact, when you bring your real estate closing to us at Jacob Title, we understand it's all about trust and confidence. And when Stan McDonald tells you that a chicken dips snuff, you can look under his wing for the box.
And like Beebs likes to say, there's no doubt about it.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Tom Abraham Show is brought to you by my friends at All About Water LLC. Well, you can learn more about them at allaboutwaterllc.com. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but look, they do everything that has anything to do with water, whether it's building a pond or refreshing your pond or a water feature on your property or drainage on your property. Whatever it is involving water, they do it. That includes irrigation, maintenance of your irrigation, installation of irrigation. All About Water LLC.
Dallas Cowboys. We are the Cowboys.
What the heck? You are having some fun today, aren't you?
Oh, it's all about the fight songs, man.
Oh, man. Usually we get those college fight songs, a little bit of NFL film stuff, and now you're finding all this other crazy stuff. I don't even know what I'm listening to.
I know the Philip would love that one.
Yeah, I never heard that either. When's that from? That didn't catch on.
Probably whenever they won the Super Bowl last time.
That would be like 30 years ago. I don't know that ever caught on. I'm not sure if that happened. Welcome back. All right, so we've got your Friday trifecta out there. We also have your qualifying question presented by West Point grad Joe Ross of Higher Echelon to get you on the list for Army Navy tickets and the giveaway. The drawing that'll be next Wednesday, and we'll reveal the winner of those tickets. You'll have plenty of time then. You'll have about 16, 17 days to arrange your travel and so on and so forth for that. And we threw that question out there as well. So let's go to the lines. Crimson Carl is up first. Crimson Carl, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Tom?
I am fantastic. Now, do you want to take a shot at the Army-Navy question and do the trifecta, or just the Army-Navy? Where are we going?
Yeah, let's do the whole kit and caboodle.
All right, we'll do the whole kit and caboodle. The question is, there's been 10 sitting presidents that have attended the Army-Navy game. I'm going to give you 3 presidents. Tell me which one attended a game: Richard Nixon, George W. Bush, or Joe Biden. Which of those 3 did make it to an Army-Navy game while they were president?
Well, I definitely didn't hear, an answer yesterday or whatever, but I'm going to do a process of elimination. I'm thinking Nixon was too busy stealing. Joe Biden, I don't think he cares about sports, so we're going with Bush.
Yeah. Good job by you. So, yeah, George W. Bush,
Right.
who did not serve his. The young one. No, that's George W. I was surprised George H.W. Bush did not attend one because he was military. He had a sterling military record. George W. did not serve, as far as I know. No, Richard Nixon is the one that shocks me that he never went because he was such a big football fan, and I thought for sure Nixon would have gone. Biden, I don't even know if he knew when the game was or anything like that. He probably didn't. Wasn't sure, but.
Yeah.
The 10 presidents that have attended an Army-Navy game are Teddy Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, Calvin Coolidge, Harry Truman, John Kennedy, Gerald Ford, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and George W. Bush. So that's a good job by you. We'll get you on the list for that. And let's get your picks now for the trifecta. We'll start out with Kentucky getting 9.5 at Vandy.
I mean that's a lot of points, but that Pavia, he's we'll take Vandy.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Lee Sterling said it was going to be a close game. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm on Vandy too, but I'm just telling you what Lee said. Tennessee is -3.5 at Florida.
Boy, don't nothing suck like the big balls, but I got to ride with them, man. It's I'm trying to get this kitchen.
They're big, long, athletic, violent.
The saying is nothing sucks like a big orange. Okay, not the big Vol. It's not nothing sucks like a big Vols. Okay, it's nothing sucks like a big orange.
That's funnier. I tried to make it a little bit more accessible for the big orange.
All right, the Colts. I'm not prescribing to that. I'm just saying that that's what the saying is. I'm just wanted to clarify that. The Colts get 3.5 at the Chiefs.
Well, I mean, Mahomes, all the Chiefs got their backs against the wall. They're coming out fighting. I'm taking the Chiefs.
That is awesome. Yeah.
And thank God that's a 1:00 game or a noon game Central Time. Fired up for that. Excuse me. I am fired up for that because then the Eagles and the Cowboys is the late game, and I'm going to have to watch Shador. I can't believe that. I'm going to have to watch it, but I got to watch it. The Eagles are -3.5 at the Cowboys.
Well, I got to put this out there on the air also, man. Crimson Carl has been a long life Dallas Cowboys fan himself. And I'm at 60 years of age. I've seen a lot of games, a lot of wins. Of course, this guy that owns the team now is, he needs to get a general manager and sit back. But Philly's on a roll, man. That defensive front is just awesome. So I got to go Philly.
Fly, Eagles, fly!
All right, you got him, man. Good luck, Carl.
All right, thank you, Tom.
Crimson Carl, by the way, 4 points out of the lead right now in the Friday trifecta. All right, up next is Grumpy. Grumpy, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, pretty good. That's a good job by Carl, man. I hope whoever wins those Army Navy tickets actually goes to the game and just doesn't sell them, man. Because I want those tickets, man. I want those tickets.
Are you qualified yet? Did you get qualified yet? Okay,
yeah,
good.
I did. Hey, listen, man. Let me ask you one question, and then I want to say something. So, ESPN Plus, do you have any problem with watching a live game and then finding out in the third quarter that you're 3.5 minutes behind live, but they're okay.
Because it's streaming. Yeah, it's streaming, and it gets delayed, and it starts delaying more and more. I usually refresh at halftime to try and catch up a little bit. But yeah, all of the streaming services are like that now. Even on YouTube, sometimes you're behind because of the fact that it's streaming.
I didn't know that. That was news to me this week. But when you're going up the fairway there, and you use your 9-iron, and you land it on the green, and then you walk over to the cart and you put your 9-iron up and you grab your putter, and that feeling you have when you're walking onto the green, and you're gonna try to one putt it, but 2 putts is acceptable. You know that feeling you get when you're walking up on the green?
Yeah.
That's the feeling I think. That's the feeling I think we should get on Friday with the Friday trifecta. When you get on, 2 putt it and get off, man. It ain't the Grumpy Show. Thanks.
Grumpy will be in the Friday trifecta. He will be in via the text window. Papa T is up next. Papa T, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. You?
I am fantastic. Sound like you're out in the wind somewhere. Yeah, I can hear you. Are you out in the wind somewhere?
I'm back in the car now.
There you go. All right. Papa T with the good pipe. Papa Pipe. I don't call him Papa Pipe. That voice he's got.
There you go. Papa Pipe. That'll work.
Right. You looking to get in on this deal?
Yes, sir.
Kentucky gets 9.5 at Vandy.
Vandy.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Tennessee is -3.5 at Florida.
Tennessee.
Oh, they're big, long, athletic, violent.
Colts get 3.5 at the Chiefs.
Kansas City.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Eagles get 3.5 at the Cowboys.
The Eagles are getting 3.5.
I'm sorry. The Eagles are laying 3.5 at the Cowboys. -3.5.
Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah. How about them Cowboys?
All right, Papa T, we got you in.
All right. Thank you, Bubba.
All right, man. Appreciate you. You call me Bubba. Where's Papa T? I kept telling him, start sending him commercials. He does. He's got a great Papa Pipe. He's just got a great voice, man. I wonder if it's natural or if he like smoking 4 packs of cigarettes a day to get that. I wonder where he is with that. Garrett is up next. This could be a country unheard from, or it could be a new Garrett. Garrett, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, buddy. I'm sorry I hadn't been able to call in for a while. I had a few things going on, but I just wanted to make sure you knew, I'm sure you do, Fisher and I made it into the big leagues, and he got Angler of the Year, and I can't remember what he placed, but he placed pretty good in the last tournament. So I just wanted to, I knew you'd kind of been interested in him, so I'd let you know that.
Well, Garrett, I handed him the trophy. Okay, I was the MC. I was the MC of the weigh-in. Yeah, and he's on. Yeah, he is on. He's on Bassmaster Radio tomorrow morning. If you're listening, and I know they carry it in Huntsville, they carry it in Winchester, they carry it in Nashville. So if you're listening to any of our stations, you'll hear it. But he'll be on tomorrow morning on Bassmaster Radio, and Brewer High for a minute. He was at Brewer High. We talked about that a little bit, and down there in Ava. And but yeah, I was the MC for the weigh-in, so I was there. And the fun part about that story is that when we ended up naming the 10 new elites, the 10 guys that got christened, we gave them all a bottle of champagne, and they to spray each other and do that, which is funny. Well, the thing is that Fisher's 19 years old, so we gave him a bottle of grapefruit juice or grape juice. So he has a bottle. So if you look at the pictures at Bassmaster.com, you'll see it. He's holding up his bottle of grape juice while everybody else has champagne. And he's a great kid. I mean, he's a really good kid. And
he really
Yeah, I glossed him, Paul Newman. I told one on Bassmaster Live, and I said how he was. He looks like Paul Newman to me, but he's got those glasses, his aviator glasses that he wears, and that flat nose of his, and he just looks like, and he's got that mustache. And I've had a lot of fun with Fisher. But yeah, I was the MC for those deals, so I was the one that actually handled the trophy.
I'm so glad to hear. I had some health issues going on for here a good while, past few weeks, and I just haven't been able to keep up or hardly anything. So I didn't know that. I'm thrilled to death that you're the one that did it. He genuinely is a good kid. He doesn't play it in front of the camera or any of that. He genuinely is a good kid.
He's going to be a superstar too. I mean, he's plus he joined he's got Crush City and Rapala sponsorship and 13 Fishing. So we share the same sponsors. I mean, I also have Crush City and Rapala and 13 Fishing, and he runs a Phoenix and I run a Phoenix. So it's funny. We were joking about it. The fact that we all had, he and I have the same exact sponsors all the way down through.
Yeah. Well, he was tickled to death the first time I told him I went on the Tom Abraham show and talked about him and stuff. And I went back and found the episode, on the phone and let his grandpa and everybody hear it. And I told him, I said, he'd like to talk to you and everything. And he's so shy and everything. I mean, he's coming out of his shell more now.
He's opening up. You listen to the interview tomorrow morning. He is really opening up. And I ran into his daddy in Ocala. Where was I? Live Oak. Fisher and his girlfriend drove back in her car, and his daddy drove the truck and the boat back. And I ran into them at a convenience store somewhere in Georgia or something. It was pretty funny.
That's pretty neat. Ryan is a really nice guy. I've known him since younger than Fisher is now. I've known Ryan since he was about probably 14. And his granddaddy, now I'll tell you this, and I'm his granddaddy's best friend. He's a loudmouth. I don't know how all of them come out so quiet,
I told Fisher, I got socks on that are older than Fisher. It's just, he's just such a young guy. So.
Yeah, I get in spots, and I use my mother's favorite line. I go, kid, I've got underwear older than you. Yeah.
There you go. And I'm still wearing them.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you take care, Tom.
All right, Garrett.
Call in and tell you that.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right, thanks. It's pretty funny, John. My old Garrett calls and he say, by the way, did you hear Fisher and I was the angler of the year?
I was like, wow, I feel like this is deja vu.
Jeez, I didn't know. Who knew? I handed him the freaking trophy. Who knew? Oh, man. Jimmy is up next. Jimmy, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, let me shut my car off. Okay, I'm doing great. How you doing?
I am fantastic, Jimmy. It's Football Friday. Doesn't get any better than that.
You got that right. Listen, I got a couple of things to tell you before we get to the pick 'em. First of all, you have made everybody in Florette, Alabama mad by saying Brewer was in Eva.
Well, no, I said he went to Brewer, and he's from Eva. So, or Eva.
Oh,
and
okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying Brewer is in Eva. I'm just saying he lives in Eva, but he went to Brewer for a year, and then he was homeschooled the rest of the way. Yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah. I misunderstood.
But kids from,
so please forgive me.
Yeah, the Eva kids go to Brewer, though, right? I mean, that's in their district. It's up the road. I know it's up the road a base.
Get out of elementary, the Brewer's the magnet or whatever you call it.
It's the high school for Eva. Is it Ava or Eva?
Yeah.
What do they call it? Eva or Ava?
Eva.
Eva. Yeah. Eva.
Long E. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And the other thing before we get to the pick 'em, you know that thing between Connor Talty and the long snapper?
Yeah.
If I was that long snapper, I'd have spit right in his face.
I wouldn't have spit in his face, but I'd have pounded him by the time I got into the locker room. It'd be something. There would have been a conversation there because that kid has missed field goals when the snaps were perfect, and the center didn't turn around and say to the kid, "I made a perfect snap. How could you miss that field goal?"
Yeah,
he didn't say that to him.
I mean, I've seen snaps where the holder had to contort itself, and the kick was still good. So I mean, that dude needs to cool off or something.
And it wasn't the worst snap in the world. I mean, the kid went up and got it and put it down. I mean, it was the hold of the punter, put it down. It was fine. Make the kick.
It was just a tad high. I mean, but anyway, whatever. Okay, let's do the pick 'em.
And by the way, that kick doesn't, I know they did get a hand on it, and everybody's like, well, it's blocked. No, if he didn't duck, it was. The guy got a hand on it. The guy got a hand on it because he duck hooked it right into the guy. If he doesn't duck hook it, the guy doesn't get a hand on it.
It wasn't going to be good anyway.
Yeah. All right. Kentucky gets 9.5 at Vandy.
Give me Vandy.
Dude, that's Jay Cutler over there. You kind of suck, but my dad says you might be good someday.
Kentucky covers that line, man. Everybody's going in the tank on this deal. Tennessee is -3.5 at Florida.
Oh, give me the balls.
Oh, they're big, long, athletic, violent.
Everybody's on Vandy and Tennessee. Remember, you got to get those two right, and then you get extra points. Colts get 3.5 at the Chiefs.
Oh, at the Chiefs. God. 3.5?
3.5.
Give me the Chiefs.
That is awesome.
That's going to be a sports eye candy game. I hope the weather's bad. Eagles are -3.5 at the Cowboys.
Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly!
All right, we got you in, Jimmy.
All right, brother. Thank you. I appreciate all you do.
All right, man. Appreciate you, too. We'll get one more in before the break. Gilligan is next. Gilligan, welcome in. How are you?
Hey, buddy.
Just how many times do you get asked Ginger or Marianne?
Marianne.
You're a Marianne guy? Okay. I mean, you've been asked that question a few times. I mean, with that name, I would imagine you've been asked that question a few times.
No, it's just my goofball attitude. That's why I'm called Gilligan. That's what I was called. And at Brewer, that guy was just talking about.
I didn't say Brewer was in Ava. I said he's from Ava. I went to Brewer.
Yeah,
I didn't say.
No. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I
went
would have to check the tape.
I went to Priceville first, and that was where we had to go was Brewer.
Oh, so Priceville kids go to Brewer too? Yeah.
Well, now that Priceville's got a high school, they got their own.
But that back then, I went to Brewer. He ended up being homeschooled. He went there as a freshman, and then he ended up being homeschooled so that he could fish all the time. He only made, look, he's 19 years old. He only made $200,000 this year. What do the 19-year-old do with $200,000? You know what I mean? I mean,
that's sad.
Crazy. You want to get your picks in?
All right, Yep.
All right, Kentucky gets 9.5.
Kentucky.
We tried to recruit bigger, better players to come play for us, but they went to good schools.
Tennessee is -3.5 at Florida.
Tennessee.
Oh, they're big, long, athletic, violent.
The Colts get 3.5 at the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
That is awesome.
And the Eagles are -3.5 at the Cowboys.
Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly!
All right, man. We got you in, Gilligan.
All right, thanks.
John, I asked you that. I mean, it's the age-old question, Ginger or Marianne. My wife, who's Marianne, or my wife, who is Ginger, was shocked that I said Ginger. And I said, why? She goes, I thought you were Marianne. I'm like, look at you. You're Ginger, okay? You're not no Marianne.
I'll take both.
We can't have both. They're either Ginger or they're Marianne. You either are a Ginger dude or a Marianne dude.
Ginger was a little tall for my liking.
Well,
model status, but a little too tall.
Glamorous, beautiful. Marianne was cute, right?
Yeah.
Ginger is glamorous and beautiful. Marianne is just cute with her little shorts and her little tied up shirt. All right. The sequin gown is Ginger. I've always been a Ginger guy. I married Ginger. I hate to say it. Hope she's not listening, but it is what it is. We get a break. We'll come back. Final segment is next. We could still get you in. If you want to bust a call to us, we will get you in right here on the Thom Abraham Show.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Eagle Masonry and Insulation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship and insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience, bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
It's early Black Friday at Woody Anderson Ford, and that means loads of incentives that make owning or leasing an award-winning Ford that much easier. Hello, I'm Don Wessels, and let's talk Ford owner loyalty first. If you currently own a Ford, you'll get a $1,500 bonus on 25 Bronco Sport and 25 Explorer, plus a $1,000 bonus on 25 F-150, no trade-in required. Happen to own a Bronco Sport competitor? You'll get a $2,000 bonus. Same for Conquest Cash on 25 Bronco and Explorer. Plus, get 0% financing for 60 months on select Fords, including 25 F-150, Explorer, Escape, and more. And you'll make no payments for 90 days with approved credit. Woody Anderson Ford also has 0 down leases on our most popular models, and they come with 2 years of premium complimentary maintenance. Hurry though, these early Black Friday offers end November 29th. It's a smart time to buy. Woody Anderson Ford. Hope to see you soon.
Sure, Valley Equipment Rental takes care of the homeowner and his needs, but how about the pros out there? Well, Valley Equipment has the big stuff as well. The equipment you need to get any job done. I'm talking about the big track hoe excavators, from the 30,000-pound midsize one to the big boy 50,000-pound units. Need a dozer on the job? Well, they've got them up to 105 horsepower, and that's a good-sized machine. Plus, Valley Equipment has more lifts than anyone around. Up to 80-foot booms that reach 56 feet with a 10,000-pound capacity. 2 locations, North and South Parkway. Check them out today.
There are only about 4,300 publicly traded companies on the U.S. stock exchange, but there are an estimated 33 million companies in the U.S. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. The average investor is missing out on over 99% of the investment opportunity that's happening in this beautiful country until now. True portfolio strength is found beyond the confines of the S&P 500, investing in promising companies before they go public. Private real estate, infrastructure, world-changing technologies. This is called the endowment model. The endowment model has historically outperformed the traditional model of just stocks and bonds. If you're an accredited investor and want more from your investments, it's time to think beyond just stocks and bonds. Call Trajan today, 256-202-4200. That's 256-202-4200.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
If hunting and outdoor recreation are your passions, it all starts with the right property. That's where I come in. I am Bo Butler with Southland Realty and Auction, a hunting and recreational land specialist and a Jackson County native who sees land through a hunter's eyes. Just as you trust your guide on a big game hunt, you can trust me to find the perfect property for you. Thinking of selling? Let me help you make your land attract buyers. Remember, Bo knows land. Call me at 256-609-0512.
Where's the best place for sports? What about the best place for wings? If you answered Jefferson's for both, you're right. Jefferson's is also a great place for value. Every Monday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult meal, and teachers bring your teacher ID and you eat free every first Tuesday of the month up to $15. Jefferson's, best place for sports, best place for wings, in Hampton Cove, and our latest location, now open in New Market on Winchester Road. When the final whistle blows, the conversation is just getting started. Catch the Alabama Football Recap Show with Drew DeArmond and Steve Moulton on 97.7 The Zone. Brought to you by Dreamland Barbecue in Huntsville, proud title sponsor of the Recap Show. Because when it comes to football and ribs, everybody knows ain't nothing like them nowhere. Alabama football, Dreamland Barbecue, the perfect team.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Black Friday is Black Friday, and check out these deals at Owen Home Appliance only on Black Friday. A deluxe ice machine, normally $1,300, just $799. How about the Pure Wash system for your clothes, normally $349 for just $200? Here's a great washer and dryer set. The washer is $699. The dryer is free. And for the kitchen, buy the Frigidaire, refrigerator, and range, and they'll throw in the dishwasher and microwave free. Only on Black Friday while supplies last at Owen Home Appliance. All right, welcome back. Tom Abraham Show. A couple of people have asked about what time Bassmaster Radio is on the air tomorrow morning. Well, it depends on where you're listening. I believe those of you that are listening in Huntsville, I believe it's on actually twice on Saturday morning. I think it's on at 5 a.m. and then 7 a.m. And then it's on Sunday morning as well. I think it's 7 a.m. In Winchester, if you're listening there, I think that's on at 8 a.m. I may have just made that up. If you're listening in Nashville, I believe it's on at 7 a.m. on WNSR. It's on like 200 radio stations around the country. But you can always listen on demand. Just go bassmaster.com/radio. Bassmaster.com/radio. And you can listen on demand. And it'll be posted there. It might even be posted there now, to be honest with you. All right, that's going to do it for us. Remember, you can still get in on the Friday Trifecta through the text window right up until game time tomorrow. Until then, for Grasshopper, I am the Big Dog. Have a great night, everybody.
Scott Tyson here with your 97.7 ESPN The Zone Sports Minute. There was quarterfinal high school playoff football last night. Scottsboro moves into the 5A semifinals with a 16-14 win over Fairview, and Class 4A Plainview into the semifinals for the first time since 1999 with a 28-7 win over Good Hope. Thursday night NFL action, the Houston Texans defense sacks Buffalo's Josh Allen 8 times, forces 3 turnovers as they knock off the Bills 23-19. Saturday SEC football, 10th-ranked Alabama welcomes Eastern Illinois. Kickoff set for 1 p.m. right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Auburn welcomes Mercer for a 1 p.m. kickoff. Deuce Knight set to start for the Tigers at quarterback tomorrow. UAH Chargers back on the hardwood tomorrow. The men welcome Bluefield. Tip-off set for 4 p.m. inside Sportsman Arena. Make sure and download the 97.7 ESPN The Zone app today.
When a team sticks together, it shows in the way they work and the way they treat you.
We don't just hire great people, they stay. On average, our managers have been with us over 15 years and company-wide turnover is under 3%.
It's a culture built on integrity and heart.
When you call, you get someone who knows your name, understands your business, and is invested in your success.
And that means service you can count on every time.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
A wise man once said, if you take care of old folks and children, everything in the middle will take care of itself.
Hi, I'm Danny Aldridge, lawyer in Alabama and Tennessee. In the next 20 years, the number of those folks over 65 years of age will more than double. In our golden years, the most important goal is to be treated with dignity and have control over doing what makes you grateful with those you love. At the Aldridge Law Firm and the Legal Town Center, we're dedicated to help you with these goals, and we'll be there when life throws you those inevitable curveballs. Let us assist you with your legal needs, whatever they may be or become. You may reach us by phone at 256-534-3188 or online with Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Just remember, we're here to help. Whether it's personal injury, wrongful death, fraud and cheat, or estate planning made complete, we're here to help.
At Wheelchairs for Warriors, serving America's heroes is our mission. With your support, we serve veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty across the United States of America, providing them custom fit, complex rehab mobility solutions to ensure they rejoin their lives at the highest level of independent mobility and function possible. Join the mission at wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
13th ranked Texas. Coverage begins tomorrow at 3 Eastern with kickoff at 3:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ABC. Presented by
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Alabama! Your home of the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
All them dogs are counting down, about to put the anchor down.